going on? Make some noise if you are here live right now. Let's do this. Let's talk about it. Let's get into it. I'm not gonna be on here for too long. You know what I mean? Your boy All Star Izzy got somewhere to be later tonight. Um, but we had some things to talk about, man. I mean, as you see for the title, we're just gonna talk about why you need to stop sweating these women. Do y'all mind if I get honest in here? Y'all mind if I'm honest? And I really do hope so because regardless, we're gonna be honest regardless. You know what I mean? But of course, I love the crowd participation. Shout out to everybody that's pulling in. It's your boy All Star Is We are live, full in effect. Come have a conversation with a star, man. What's going on? How's everybody feeling tonight? We're about to get into the weekend. It's about to be a Friday, going to a Saturday, going to a Sunday. We got a packed weekend going for us going forward. But listen, let's have a conversation, shall we? I think we should have a conversation on some things, and really get into it. But the reason why I have this topic in particular is because there was a situation that happened over the weekend, and not even just the weekend, but just situations in general. Whether I'm speaking with some people, whether I see complaints online or whatever the case is, stuff like that. But we're gonna be talking about why you need to stop sweating these bitches, and this is a player talk. All right, this is a conversation between players. If you want to be a player, you're gonna listen to what I gotta say. And if you're the lady who want to enjoy some of the player talk and what how it sounds, you can enjoy that. I mean, player talk is always being talked about though, and it's always being said. But we are live, full in effect. Shout out to the ladies that's coming in, gentlemen. I see you pulling up into the building. We're gonna have this convo. Remember, you gotta stop sweating, bitches. Okay, and we're gonna dive deep into it on some just instances that occurred. But as we're here right now, I don't got too much time, so I'm gonna go ahead and get into this already. So, player talk, stop sweating these bitches. Now, like I said, do y'all mind if I'm honest? Can I be honest with you guys? Right? Before I go ahead and get into my story, I want to say, there's too many men, there's too many guys that I see that are complaining that even come into my lives and they come in to complain about women, or they're talking about how scared or nervous they are to talk to women and how much it gives them paralysis. They're like, I'm afraid to talk to her. Right? She's too pretty, she's too beautiful, and it's gonna make me stop or anything. What's up? What's going on? How you feeling? Salute. What's happening? How you doing? I see you in the building. Salute. But I really want to get into that bag, and I want to talk about that because I just think most people need a, how do I say it? They just need to let it go. You know what I mean? I think you just need to let go of the nervousness. You need to stop sweating over women, because one thing that I like to say, you're so cool. I appreciate you. You're the cool one here. Salute to everybody. What's up? How y'all doing? What's good? Salute. What's good? Anyways, what's happening? Yo, boxing, plug, Dave. Dave, we got to get on a phone call right after this if you have some time. I'm not going to be on here for too long, but we got to get on the phone call. If you are in the building, hit the like button and subscribe. Come have a conversation with a star, man. We got to talk about this shit. But again, excuse me for my French. I gotta get into this certain bag. Zorman, great to see you. Love to see you here, as always, of course. But I gotta talk about some certain things, man. And it requires a certain demeanor and attitude, about what we gotta speak on. But again, where did I leave off? Okay, listen, women, they are just people. They're legit individuals. They do their own thing. They breathe. They piss shit just like every other man. Okay? Now, we don't have to really get into that because that's not what we need to talk about specifically. But what we need to talk about right now in this moment is basically just to reiterate and let you know. Can I speak Japanese? I don't know. All I know is like hi and arigato. I think, if I'm not mistaken, I believe that's Japanese. That's the most that I can speak. How about you? But regardless, though, what I'm saying, wait, I just thought about something. That's crazy. I gotta figure that out later. I'll figure that out after the live. I'll figure that after the live. Anyways, continuing to go to talk about this is that there's just nothing special about women. Okay, there's nothing that you should like try to overdo, try to overcompensate. Now I understand there's a lot of men who don't get taught that. Their uncles, their dads, their cousins, they don't necessarily teach them. They don't have mentors in life, so they have to operate in a certain way. the whole story and stuff like that. But I'm gonna go ahead and get into this story time. You are Japanese. That's what's up. I'm Mexican. Nice to meet you though. Welcome to the side. Welcome to the All Star Lifestyle, ma'am or sir. But let me get into this. Let me get to the story time for y'all. So over the weekend, it was a Halloween weekend, right? And I wanted to talk about this and going live and everything like that, right? But I was on the strip. We doing our thing. We talking. I'm with my dogs. We get some drinks. We having a good time. I was down there in Edgewood specifically. I went to this place that I really like to go to from time to time. And when I went there, of course, I'm talking to the ladies that I want to talk to. So I'm talking to that girl, and I've already gave the story when I talked to her. The one that I seen made eye contact and immediately went after her for it, right? And then we had a good conversation going further. But the thing of when that happened, some guys seen that and were like, "Oh, I see you, bro. Oh, I see you doing your thing." Or you guys, some of my friends, some of the people that was around my friends that I knew were like, "Damn, bro, I seen you. You was talking to that girl. You doing this and that." And I'm like, "Okay, yeah, appreciate it." Now here's the thing. After we left that spot, we went bar hopping, right? But the reason why I'm saying that is because it's tying it all together. We get outside. I appreciate you. Thank you. We get outside, right? Everything is closed, but it's like a block full of people. Nobody wants to go home. Everybody wants to find a move. I want to find a house party. I want to find this. I want to find that. Whatever the case is. So boom, that happens. And then these three girls. So listen, I'm not trying to be. I'm not a they weren't my type, okay? Even on a physical sense or even on a mental level, I wasn't feeling it at all. It was three of them. They were dressed as the Canker Sisters to be specific. So, there's about like five of us, but I removed myself and so did my other friend. So, my dogs got at it. But the thing is that they were already going, wanting to make a move. Oh, let's first of all, they were talking about what's up, Cassie, great to see you. Or Casey, my apology if that's how you pronounce it. The thing is that they wanted to go to Waffle House and eat. So my homies were like, should we go to Waffle House? I'm low key hungry or something like that. And I pulled one of the guys to the side, the main one who was talking to the girls, and I said, "Do you want to actually eat? Or are you trying to smash? Right? Because I gotta. I'm not trying to be too vulgar. Shout out to YouTube. I appreciate you very much. Shout out to Neil Mohan. That's my bro. But anyways, so I pulled him to the side. He said, "Well, I'm kind of hungry, but I would smash." And I was like, "I know you want to smash." I was like, "Bro, you don't have to go to the places that they're at just if you want to smash. Like, you don't have to do all of this. You can even just tell them get to the Waffle House place and then come through after." But then, hey, I don't know. Their stomachs might be bubbling or some shit. You never know. It might be, they eating all that cheese. They eating at late night Waffle House, and you never know what it could potentially smell like. Plus, they've been out all night, and so have you. Anyways, they're basically going back and forth in the group of like me and my homies, and then you got like the other girls like, bro, what we should do? Yeah, y'all should come back to a house party with us. So it was this long situation, long drawn out situation of trying to get these three girls who are already on go from the beginning to get them back to the crib. Firstly, it would be best to just let them do what they want to do, and then you can tell them, hey, after this, go do your thing. I want to see you tonight because they was already on go for it. So all you had to do was just let them know that, and I told them, I said, this is the play. I coach not just online but in real life, guys, for real. I'm coaching. They're like, damn, bro, you setting up the plays, you setting up the plays. But I was like, because you guys are making this more what it needs to be. They already want to see you. Plus, they first of all, they followed you outside of where we were, and they're continuing conversation with you. So of course they want to try to do something. These are three girls. They want to get things going. What up, Diaja? And they want to have a good time. It's a Halloween night. You want to get some candy. You want to meet some new people. You want to party. Perfect place. Bro had a house party that was going on after hours type. So it was like, okay, bet. Let's go ahead and get into that. Get into that bag, bro. Anyways, basically down the whole time, these women say, you know what? Actually, never mind. I don't want to. I don't want to do anything no more. I'm actually good now. I think this is doing too much. We said we're gonna get in your ride, and then we gotta call a ride, and then we said we're gonna go to this place to go get a drink because we don't want the night to end. And now you're saying there's a Halloween party. Okay, let me tell y'all something, bro. The main killer of this attraction in the situation was because they were sweating these women, right? They were sweating these women. They were sweating the opportunity of getting with these women and potentially sleeping with them if that's what they wanted, right? If that's what they both agreed on. Why it's so important to stop sweating these bitches is because they are just humans, okay? And two, let me tell you, they probably want the same thing that you want. They probably want to sleep and have a good time too. So you don't need to force the situation and force meaning, right? Because we don't condone that, but forcing meaning to overly persuade, overly have a conversation and I need you to do this or why don't we do this? Hey, are you sure you want to? Okay, leaving the group, coming back to the other girls. Hey, we have stop pressuring, okay? Stop manipulating, let go of trying to overcompensate. If they want to go, they will go. If they don't want to go, they don't want to go. And that needs to be a final thing. Because in men's mind, all they hear is the opportunity of getting into something tonight. Because they were talking about some things, specifically these two girls, and you had two of the homies that I was with, but they kept trying to make shit happen. And I'm like, listen, bro, you don't need a. They already said they're in agreement. All you have to do is make a plan. But let's take the curtains away. What this really is that these men, and it's not just them, it's other people in general. They have a hard time attracting or getting women. See, let me tell you something, bro. Guys that get women, guys that get their way, get have a good time attracting, meeting, socializing, just in any aspect, because we can even take this into like opportunities and everything too. But guys who are getting women and getting attention and their desired outcome for what they want on their terms, guess what? They don't have to force a situation. And they are not sweating women. Justin, I see you in the building, man. Salute to you, bro. Great to see you. Welcome in. I love that icon next to your name, Diage's name. And if I'm not mistaken, ooh, boxing is right now next to your name, but that's okay. That's okay. It did hurt the corazon just a little bit. Just a little bit. Nah, salute to everybody, man. Welcome in. Shout out to everybody. Remember, that's what I'm saying. It's a big reason why you need to stop sweating these women, bro. Because the more that you sweat the situation, the more that you're sweating her, is reinforcing the reason as to why you're not getting anything in your life, the reason why you're not having no results in your time and you're not getting any women. This reinforces and shows women he's not getting exactly what he says. He could be smooth, but the fact that he's trying to pressure the situation, man. Peace. What's going on, Gorilla? How you feeling, man? Great to see you. Welcome in, Gorilla. Gospels in the building. What's good, Brody? Great to see you. My apologies. I'm trying to find this beat that I want to play in the background because I don't want to. The silence is really nice, but I like to hear music and shit while I'm talking. Great to see everybody. If you haven't hit the like button, go ahead and hit the like button. And if you not have subscribed, go ahead and subscribe already. You hear that? You hear that? Y'all heard that accent? Yeah, you best believe your boy is flowing and going. Give me a second. All right, but the reason why this is a player talk, really, because this was meant to be a video at first, y'all. I'm not gonna lie to you. It was meant to be a video, but then I thought it to myself. I was like, I need to make this alive and engage with those who potentially. You were just doing a German one? Oh, that's fly. That's fly. I don't even know how to do that, so I'm not even gonna try. But anyways, this was going to be a video, but then I realized this doesn't need to be a video. This needs to be alive and engage with others who potentially have questions on this. Because too many, like, listen, bro. Winners don't stress women. See, the thing is too, winners don't even stress challenges. Winners don't stress situations where if there's a catastrophe of some sort. Of course, if things come to an extreme, take it accordingly, act on it on how you must. But the thing where I'm coming at is just with that, when situations occur, it's either you got it or you don't. In the moment of I'm gonna get with her or I'm not gonna get with her, or she's gonna say yes or she's not gonna say yes. Listen, miss one, next 15 coming. When them ladies are gone, okay, when there is a woman that you find attractive, all right, go talk to her. You have a conversation. Things are flowing. And you out for the night. Whether you want to see her that night, whether you be like, I like our conversation. How about you come with me next door to this bar I was going to go to this rooftop or to this little event that I got going on. You should come with me. right? Once you do that and you give your invitation out, do not persuade any further. The reason why you don't need to persuade further is because she will be making her decision going forward. She will either say yes or she will say no. If she's with her friends and be like, well, I'm with my friends right now for the night, but potentially tomorrow, if you got some opening or whatever the case is, whatever you allow in your life and dating life specifically. But what I'm saying is that let her just say the yes or no. You don't have to overly persuade. You don't have to overly tell the women. Because ladies in the chat, you guys, it be a testimony to this if I'm lying or not. I'm sure that that turns you off when a man keeps trying to get with you for the night. Yes or no? Yes or no? Listen, bro. Women be making fun of guys though. They be like, man, this guy was pressed all, he was pressed all about me. Plus you feeding into the, bro. I want y'all to be that guy, right? Shout out to everybody pulling up in the building. This your boy All Star Izzy. Hit the like and subscribe. Let's get these likes up. I see y'all in the building. What's good? Salute, salute. Say what's up to the star. But anyways, you feed it. I want my guys to be the guy, not just think or feel like him. I want you to be able to move and make moves that reinforce who you are to yourself, and plus more going further in life. Because women are laughing at you. And these girls are, bro, I'm telling you, as we were going from A, B, C, small location, this location, they laughing about shit. They secretly, they in each other's ear. They just like acting a less attractive. You know how a woman starts to get more turned off and less attracted to you? She starts to act more masculine. Now check me out, but like more masculine in the sense like she starts to act more stiff. She starts to act stoic and shit. She starts to, yeah. Mm. Ha 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 ha. Yeah. Oh, actually, I think we should go. She was, but wait, hold on, All Star. She was so bubbly before. Yeah, she was, because she was feeling you. But the more that you pressure and you sweat women, add more. See, they hit. Oh my god, a little power. They stiff. Yeah. Oh yeah. They might even hit you with the. They like a little. You know what it is. Yeah, for sure. They might even hit you with some slang. Why? Slang language, by the way. Slang because they not feeling you as much no more. But this is, bro, sweating women. Okay, I'm gonna be honest with y'all because not everybody can be a winner. Okay, so turn into Shaq. Motherfuckers, the women start to act more manlier and shit. They talking about some hold my purse. They started, god damn. You be like, wait, what happened? You know what I'm saying? Because you, bro, your lack of awareness, your your lack of experience, and your lack of confidence repels her and makes her less attracted to you. And the crazy part is, it's happening simultaneously as you're acting. One thing I keep telling y'all is how women are mirrors. They're mirroring how they feel about you, and they mirror the situation of what's going on. If it is leading to nowhere, you're not going to get nowhere with her, so she's going to hit the, yeah, they go hit the little, the little, holy shit, nah, I've seen that happen to like one of my homeboys though, because I remember at the time he was like trying to figure out like what went wrong. He was all moody and shit like that. It's like they traded places. Oh my god, that's really what be happening. Y'all be trading places and shit. Whoa, listen, hold on, this is crazy now. Because if you're not a man, you're not leading this situation, and you sweating a woman, you trade places with her. You start to become the more moody and in your feelings. What's wrong? How's everything going? And she's just like, no, I'm good, I'm cool. They get all all coy and shit. They get all real, they get broad shoulders and shit. Like they start getting broad shoulders. You know what I'm saying? You start to see a little mustache growing. You're like, damn, you got some testosterone? What you got going on? But not for real. Not for real. Just find a balance. God lead. Man, come on, y'all. Listen. Anyways, but that's just, And I'm keeping this real raw and uncut. Like I gotta be 1,000 with this because this is a player talk. This is where we get into these type of conversations where I can be like this and really talk on some player shit. Because listen, bro, she's not going. I don't care how attractive you think she is to you. I don't care how much cologne, how much money you spending on her. She's if she is not feeling you, she's not going and she's not fucking with you. But you need to know a couple of things. One, she just because she's acting the way that she's acting, it can be an abundant amount of things, right? Let's just say shoot, it could have been before you. Something could have occurred. Now these are small extremes, but let me tell you something. If you noticed she was having a good time and then she started acting a certain way, when you came in her when you came in her presence in her life and her and everything the way she's acting, it is because of you, my friend. And how to keep shit player throughout the whole situation is to give her the invitation, like I told you. Give her an invite. Don't keep trying to give her, oh, you sure you want to do this? Hey, I know you want to do this. Like, okay, this dude, so this lady, they were the Kanker sisters, but this lady, I believe, I think she might have been Japanese if I'm not mistaken. And right before when they left, bro said to her, one of the he's like an associate of the people I'm with, but he told her, "Oh, I always wanted to tell you that you remind me of London Tipton." As they're walking away, and I had to take a moment back. I was like, "Wait, hold on. Where do you think this is going right now? And where are we going?" First of all, I'm not even trying to bag none of this. If I really wanted something in that circle, we would have been on a plane back to the crib. We wouldn't even took the car. We would have took a private jet. But listen, bro. Guys that sweat women, you guys will say anything just for her to feel some type of way. What's good, not comedic? Stop saying anything just to make her feel something. Don't even get upset when she doesn't want to fuck with you after you give her an invitation. You gotta not sweat the situation as far as getting with her, and not sweat the situation when she says no to your invitation. Let it go. Another woman is around the corner. How do I know? Because I'm outside living life. All right, for real. Sorry, I had to get it off. We got hot as hell in this bitch. It started spitting flames of passion and shit. Shout out to everybody in the building. Hit the like button. What's good? We in this building, bro. Listen, I want men to get better. Okay? I'm not afraid of the night, not middle finger. Not middle finger? Well, it's great to see you, Nina. I'm not sure exactly what that comment means, but I appreciate you being here, though. What's up? But anyways, going forward, though, y'all. Oh my God, women are laughing at these guys. You know what's crazy too? And again, I'm keeping it real, okay? You sweating her, she's still gonna be out for the night. First of all, she's gonna be out for the night. She's gonna she gonna go to the next club. She's gonna go still have friends, whatever the case is, or even the next day. But you sweating her makes her feel good. Okay, yeah, I got all the power that I need. And guess what, women, you do have it with that type of guy. I'll tell you that for sure. But she's gonna be like, damn, I got all the power. So now she feels extra juiced up. I'm pulling up in the spot now. I see, you know what I mean? Oh, there's a dude that I do find attractive. Now I feel even good. I feel confident. So I bring that energy to this other person I see that's attractive, and hopefully he says something, or maybe we're in the same vicinity. We talk. Come on, what's good, ladies? I talk. How you feeling? Stop sweating the situation. Handle it like a dope deal. It's just crazy when I see these men complain, and when they're hurt about them. And two, you know what? Really, you don't even need to complain about them. You need to complain about yourself. Your lack of charisma, your lack of patience, your lack of awareness, your lack of discipline. Yo, wait, all star. How does that all go in with what you're saying? Yo, patience, because you don't need to rush nothing. Chill. Let things okay. For all my 21 up plus people, when y'all take a shot, right? Do y'all just keep taking shots back to back to back to feel it? When you could take one tequila shot, wait a couple of minutes, you're gonna be like, ooh, I feel that in my stomach. Like, ooh, it might burn a little bit. You know what I mean? But that's because you don't have to rush even getting drunk. Because if you got to rush the shots too much, hey, hello though, you better be careful. You better drink some water and stay hydrated and eat correct. That is not it. How do I know? Years ago. Anyways, but what I'm saying is that you can just it's like taking one shot, relax, and allow the feeling of the alcohol to just take over, not carelessly, but of course it's things just take time as it occurs. Were you always confident, or did you build it up? I was always confident to a certain degree, but if we're talking in terms of like how I am with women or in life, it definitely had to build up, as there were certain things I was confident in that wasn't necessarily confidence. That was delusion at some point. Like I thought it was confidence, but then I had to like break that part down and then become more. And I mean, I did have a mentor, which were still close and cool, but yeah, no, I mean, I always was able to be like social and always able to walk up and talk to people and have conversation and stuff. With women, I had to learn that differently, because I was going about it some wrong ways. Of course, I'm not gonna say I was perfect, but yeah. So I definitely had to build up a lot more in my life to get to where I am. But because where I am on a certain level basis, the things that I see is just it's like I thought about actually great comment or question, excuse me, comedic. Cause today I was going through my files and my notes. Shout out to everybody. If you are in the building, hit the like button and subscribe. I appreciate you being here. But earlier today, like I was revising and editing some videos and some notes that I'm gonna be sharing with everybody going forward. But I was like, I took a step back and I was like, damn, I have a lot of knowledge on women, but or like in a lot of knowledge and confidence or self-empowerment or self-discovery, or being able authenticity, and all of that came from experience, things that I had to build up over the time. It was just a beautiful thing, and I wanted to just point that out because it's true. I was like, damn. And even like when I was telling my friends, like when I was telling the bros that's there, I'm like, yo, do this, do this, do this, and I'm like, yo, I'm a playmaker right now, and I could be a star player if I wanted to, but I'm like, y'all got this. I'm not. I didn't. The only person that caught my eye that night was that girl that I talked to, but I didn't end up seeing her again. But hey, listen, next 115 coming, and see, stop sweating, bitches. Not even sweating what I saw before, because guess what? There's gonna be more that comes into every place that I go. You know what it is too. When you sweat something in life, right? When you sweat something in life, you know what you're also saying? You're also saying that I lack this. That is, ooh, that's important right there. If I'm a small example. Let's say I don't have much money to pay rent at this month, right? I don't got all the money to pay rent, so I'm sweating the situation. I'm trying to hurry up, do something. I'm trying to make moves happen, whatever. But the reason why I'm sweating it and feeling some type of way or getting stressed out about it, I started to get acne and shit. The reason why I'm sweating about it is because I lack the funds to fund my rent this month. Same thing that goes in just life, period, though. Not just women, but just life. When you lack something, you're sweating it. Now, All Star, what if I lack confidence? What if I do have no women? The thing is that it's not about you having women. It's not the lack of women. It's about the lack of it's about the lack of confidence that you have in yourself. Because the women come and go, especially if you're a bachelor. Or I teach a lot about like bachelor shit. I'm out here. I'm single. I'm dating. I'm smashing. I'm doing what I do. But the reason why a big part in that is that women come and go. It's like just it's a single file line going down this story, going down this story, going up and down, whatever the case is. Good people, some longevity and some short term for some. But that's what comes down to it. So yeah, you could say that you don't have none, and it's not about how much women you have. It's about your attitude about what you're doing. Because someone who knows true to themselves knows that hey, whatever happens on the surface level is only gonna be it's a reinforcement of my internal world, but that does not mean things will come and go as they please, right? Because people have their own free will in this earth. Sweating women makes them curve you even if they initially liked you. Exactly. Exactly. Great to see you. How you doing? That is 1000%. And that happened to me a lot when I was younger. The more that I was sweating women, I was done. And they smelt it on me. They be like, you, you smell like, you smell, are you sweating? You smell like a, I can, you have that, you got that stench. The stench of, sweating women. But you sweat them because it's come from a place of lack. And we gotta be player about this shit, fellas. Stars. And how to be player about it. And even if you aren't about it, right? Player and player, what I mean, just like cool, calm, collected, chill. That doesn't mean that you're putting everything into your subconscious and you're like putting everything under the rug, basically. But just things occur, things happen. All right, she out, she out. All right, cool. Hey, appreciate you. Your attitude could actually make her attracted to you. I don't recommend you getting back with that though. If she rejected you, don't go for it. Again, just be like, all right, that's it. Hey, appreciate you though. She might be like, oh, so you ain't studying me? I remember I had this girl. I remember she was so. It's so funny. I love women and their dramatic ass expressions. I remember I was trying to tell her I wanted to dance with her. I was like, let's dance, basically. And she was like, I don't dance unless the man buys me a drink. And I was like, all right, first round of you. And she was like, oh, I don't buy men drink. And I said, well, you have a good one. I'm going to talk to you another time, I guess. When you're ready to dance, let's dance. But she was like, damn, just like that? Like, you're really not going to buy me a drink? I'm like, yeah. Well, I didn't really say yeah, but I was just like, looked at her just on some like, and then just kept it moving. But sometimes that attitude right there, it makes it shocks women because women don't always see a guy who is able to just leave a woman to where she is. He's not. I'm not sweating her. She does her thing. I do my thing. I'm not sweating these women. I'm not even sweating women on my roster. I don't care about all that. I'm not sweating the woman that I'm smashing. I'm not sweating the woman that I just met. I'm not sweating the woman that I've been with for years. Why? Because I'm doing everything on my rules, my term, and that's player shit. That's player shit. As with and so without watering seeds of doubt, uncertainty, or confidence. 1,000, and it's always happening at the playing field every single time. And you in the and I was talking about this last night. You get to choose it. We are the gatekeepers. Men are the gatekeepers of the choices and options or actions that we want to take in life. So what does everything reinforce in your action, your behaviors? Are you upset because this bartender was flirting with you and then she went to go flirt with Frank down over there, three people down and shit? Are you upset? Are you upset, Cornelius? Oh my gosh, she showed me that she wanted to film me so bad. She said I look cute with my bow tie today. Like, all right, bro. Like, I'm sitting next to Cornelius. I'm like, dude, you need to tighten the fuck up. Like, what's up with you? I be getting pissed, bro. Waiter, one water, please. Yeah. Like, goddamn. But it's this is what really happens in real life, though. Guys get upset at women for certain stuff, and then they think that they know women at all. They know all of women. Firstly, you're engaging with women that either if they're at your job, they gotta be nice to you. You gotta be cordial. It's a job for Christ's sake. And then you trying to talk to the bartenders, the waitresses. Now there's some things you can get into. Now I don't want to get too into that particular, right? Because there's of course things, signs, conversations, and shit like that. Not twos and signals, but some things you gotta look out for. Another time though. But anyways, just know that if you out here sweating women, you get no women. And actually, let me say this too before I go. You can sweat women and still get women. Ooh, hold on. Let me say this. Let me say this. You can sweat women but still get women. And yo, I'll start what you're trying to say. What I'm saying is that meant you're just a simp. You can get women, but you're still sweating women. And that's the part you need to take away from. Because you don't even know. First of all, yeah, let me tell you, we on some player shit, bro. Women sweat men. Not all men. Not all men. But women are sweating men. Sweating men. They're sweating. And how do I know? Because women sweat over me. as, as arrogant and cocky as that sounds, I know it's the truth. Why? I've gotten calls. I've gotten text. Showing the titty at work, thinking of you. Voice, audio messages. Hey, thinking about you. This and that. Hey, don't forget to wear a condom tonight if you're going out. Please be safe out there. You know it's bad. I can't believe you would talk to me like this. How can you speak to me like this? Real shit though. But this is what I'm trying to tell you though. You can be a man that women sweat over by listening to everything that I just said and applying it. How do I know? Cause it's happened in real time. Real time. I literally I have wait. No, that's a live. That's a live. It's on my membership only though. It's a membership only live. But I've shown some text. I've talked about some experiences. Plus, things just occur. But on the front end, listen, okay? This is player to player. Women do have men revolving around them. Should we care about that? Fuck no. Right? The only thing you should care about is the way she is with you and how well she is in your direction, your invitation and shit. Does she want this? Does she does not want it? That's up to you, right? So the woman, and I'm not telling you this because like I want you to use this tactic to be like, now it's my time to shine. No. Women sweat the man who doesn't give a fuck. The one she cannot control. The one that she can't manipulate. That's why women love men who are uncontrollable, by the way. Women love rebels. Women sweat those men because she knows that this man can think for himself and he doesn't fall underneath of what women want. He doesn't care about what women want. He follows his terms on his own rules and does what he wants. Women sweat that guy and try to get that guy on her radar. They think to themselves, like, how can I get with this type of man when he's acting a certain way? How can I make this man see me in a certain light and butt me up on his roster? Because I know he's talking to girls. I want to be on my best behavior. Something too. I'm gonna have to talk about this further, but I'll make the statement now. I'm very big against like shit tests now. I see that they do happen, but I'm very big against like a first disrespect. I really want to get that shit out of the way. But I'll talk about it a little bit more in the future. It's just that I really don't like it on first glance. I think you just need to always be on your best behavior because I've had it before, but I've also had women that have been 100% an angel with me. But that's just what happens if they really see you as that guy or they're attracted to you. And when they sweat you, women sweat men that they want. So you doing too much makes her be like, oh, he's not the guy who I thought he was gonna be. 1,000%. Funny you said that. Shit happened to me. Having good convo. Having good convo with girl. Great to see you, Louise. By the way. Ask her for her number. She told me buy me a drink first. I didn't say a word. Just walked away respectfully. Funny thing, she saw me leave with another girl. I'm taking. What's good, man? Hey, shout out to the $2 from Shiloh. I appreciate you, bro. Shout out to you. Thank you for the two. That was a beautiful entrance, Shiloh. I appreciate that. Beautiful entrance. You came up. Shiloh said, "Hey, I'm gonna make my entrance known. I'm gonna come in with some money. That's what I'm talking about, bro. Appreciate you. Thank you for that. I appreciate that. Is it true they sweat men that are taken? Not as much as it like women don't necessarily sweat those guys. It's more that they sweat what that potential could be like with those men, if that makes sense. Because it could be like a kind of like an imagination or something, or she hears so much good stuff about taking men, or she hears so much about like how well he takes care of his girl, so she could feel that way. And of course, too, more take guys who are taken, they're not necessarily checking in on women who are single, so they could see that as like a maybe potentially a challenge. Because a lot of dudes do that with girls. They will be like, oh, she taken. I'm gonna see if I can take her from a man. I used to be that guy. Now I'm cool. I'm cool off of girls with guys though, and it's not. I didn't have a vendetta against the men. It was just that like, I peeped something and I'm gonna test the waters. But the great question, Shiloh. The topic for today is not sweating women. All right. Men chase champions, championships. Women chase champions. Focus on your purpose. Stand on your truth. Yeah, too. Yeah, too. But as you're, as that occurring with just focusing on purpose and stuff like that, definitely still have your fun. Cause I'm very famous for, like, I say that you can do both. To be honest, I believe in both. Like, I believe in, I can now. There's a time and place for everything, of course. To be tunnel vision on your goals and work on what you want. But yeah, women can most, you could definitely have some leisure time here and there if that's what it requires. But again, it definitely is a time and place for that shit. Cause I definitely had to take some time, not just cause it was too much, but because I had to get some things off the ground. And sometimes you just need to you need to make sure you do that. Give me a second, y'all. Bet that. Let's see. But yeah, nah. I mean, yeah, they can sweat men like that, but just it's more the idea of why they're sweating the men. To be honest, women sweat the man that they want to impress, and they impress that they want to impress, but they also want respect from. Women sweat those men. They stay on their best behavior when it comes to that. 1,000%. If there's too much, if there's arguing, bickering, is there is so much just smart mouthing and attitude. She don't see you as it. She don't sweat you, bro. You just one in like a fucking billion, or like 1 in 10. I don't know, whatever. But she's just no, not 1 in a billion. That's crazy. You're just like 1 in 2. She can go get something else. Screw you and the horse you rode on. I appreciate you, Lester. That's actually my horse's name. Actually, that's real pause. That's crazy. Yeah, you saying I'm on a high horse? You could just say that if you want. I don't think I have yet to ride an actual horse though. I think I got afraid of that because I'm afraid of the way the horses kick. I'd be like, yo, this is unpredictable, low key. I think sweating a girl shows a bit of immaturity, which is fine. The wisdom will come from the experience. Yeah, if you sweat a woman and you're new to stuff, then hell yeah, yeah, I get it. Yeah, for sure. I think then that makes sense. You know, what I mean, it makes sense to you got to gain that experience, but you need to also look at like why you keep sweating the women. You know what I'm saying? Oh man, Lester. Oh man, that was the reaction I was looking for. Tartar sauce, Lester. You'll be all right, bro. Have a good one. Have a good one. And hey, Lester, before you leave, are you still in here? Stop sweating women, all right? Anyways, moving forward. We all had to learn at some point, Louise, for sure. I definitely had to learn, cause boy, was I sweating women? Absolutely, bro. I was looking like I was coming straight out of a eight 105-degree playground, swinging and running around, going inside, and I'm drenched in sweat and shit. I'm looking like a Mexican in construction, and a hot day and a sunny. I'm just sweating my ass off. Nah, bro, it was crazy. But this really what I want to speak on, y'all. Well, this wasn't gonna be too much of a long one. But if you have any questions, please put a Q in the front. But it's just please stop sweating women. I mean, you need what it is. You know what? Don't even take my word for it. Just start it. Just experience it. Cause there's gonna be a time, hopefully, right? And I got hope for this. But there's gonna be a time where you're gonna see women assert. Well, okay, hold on. Let me try to rephrase this better. Actually, there's gonna be a time where when you wake up to the fact that like I'm sick and tired of being a certain way with women, and when that time comes, use that like an awakening, I could say, but use that moment to be like, okay, let me actually do something about this though. Let me really take some time to do something about this. Because I mean it's more than just the women. It's about you. It's about your self-esteem. It's about who you want to be. It's about why are you still playing in the same playing field when you know you want to strive for more. The one of the biggest concrete things that I know about men is that men want more. Men want to strive for more. They want to strive for greatness. But in order to strive for greatness when it comes to obtaining larger goals and success and wealth, you have to hit the small obstacles and challenges that are in your way. And the more that you see women as a bigger obstacle, the more that you take away from the perception that they're not an obstacle in general, but they're really just a small portion of what I want in my vast experience in life or longevity as long as I live and what I want. Real shit though. Because there's so much of importance on women. What else in your life is adding some value in your life? Thank you for that, Shiloh. Thank you for another two. I appreciate you. Y'all put some stars in the chat for Shiloh. Thank you, Shiloh. I appreciate that. Thank you. Put some stars in the chat for Shiloh, please. But that's what I'm saying. What else in your life can contribute to that same feeling that you feel that you want to overcome any obstacles? What else is providing some life to you? Women can, and it's no shade to women in general, but it's more so to say, what can you also see in your life that can give you inspiration? There got to be something else besides you want to sweat women. The women, listen, they're gonna come and go. Like I said, they're gonna come and go. Okay, some can stay, some can go. Overall, things always end. Now it's just about what you really need to do is look inside yourself and be like, what is my why am I sweating women? Am I lacking confidence? Am I scared to open my mouth? Am I scared to talk? Am I afraid to be my next version? Am I afraid of my own success? These questions need to be answered by the man in the mirror. Facts. But it has to be answered because, the sweat and the women, but once you take a look back and you reflect and introspect on why this is happening or just what you want more for yourself, you start to see, hold on, I made this problem bigger than what I thought it was gonna be. I made this situation bigger. And once you see that for yourself, because that's a lot right there. And I'm not trying to make you, digest so much. But once you see that I made this bigger than what it's supposed to be, this all stemmed from me, my vision, my thoughts, you start to say, damn, it was me the whole time. It's not just women, it's me. Estás bien, Diaja. You gotta get your money in. You have to. Let's see. Facts. If you treating the girl you're with well, the next girl is gonna find interest in you and offer herself as an option if you guys break up. That could happen. That could happen for sure. Some women like to, they like to sneak around and stalk. Yeah, I had this girl tell me the other day. She was like, "Yeah, I was in your live the other night. I didn't say nothing because you were in your element. You were in your element, All Star." I was like, "Oh my God, look at him go." But I was in there. I came in time from time, and I know you do. All right. Question: do you agree that you can still pull if you confidently sweat the women most guys come from desperation, not confidence? Pardon me. Do you agree you can still pull if you confidently sweat the woman most guys come from desperation, not confidence? How do you mean confidently sweat the woman? I don't know who that is, but what's up, Popsicle? Who's Sophie Mudd? If you confidently sweat the woman, most guys come from desperation. I think I'm misunderstanding the question if I'm not mistaken. Are you saying like can you still pull a woman that you were sweating before but you're confident now? Is that what you mean? You said she's so bad. Oh, that's what's up. Her are naturally man, shout out to ladies with nice builds. All builds. We love y'all. I love you. Shout out to my ladies, man. Be so funny too. When I talk about things like this, guys agree. A lot of guys disagree, but more women agree with me more than a lot of guys. Guys that disagree, you're such a mean guy. You're a mean guy. Okay. You shouldn't be talking about women this way. Cornelius, chill, bro. Actually, you might like it more than you think. I think applying pressure and sweating someone are two different things. If there's a mutual attraction, then both parties can apply pressure, versus one sweating the other. Yeah, if I might have not understood what you meant exactly, but if you're speaking about like applying the pressure and like trying to get with her before she goes and stuff like that, and that's I mean, I'd rather you tell me so that way I don't have to misunderstand what you mean. But yeah, no, ain't nothing wrong with applying pressure though. Yeah, I mean, shit. Applying. See, people have different ways of applying pressure. I just go for it, and then I'll say what I want, talk it up, talk a good game. That term is so funny. Oh, you talk a good game. I hear that a lot from older women. They're like, "Oh, you talk such a good game, huh? You're a heartbreaker." Yeah, you can tell, right? You starting to get flashbacks and shit. You start to get flashbacks. You can tell. I resemble somebody from your past. And that's another important thing that we're gonna talk about in the future is how women, and I've been saying this in the last couple of lives, but women only come across like at least 3 to 5 rare men in their life that actually really make them feel some type of way for real, and then make them feel like the only girl in the world. If I have to say, how long should a man know a woman before he asks her about going steady? If you're speaking on going out or like being in a relationship, you know, I always hesitate when I say this because I know it's to a lot of people it seems very, you know what, fuck what people gotta say, I guess. I say a year, and not even that I say a year, it's a year. You gotta take time. There's times to the 3 to 4 months. That's probably us casually doing stuff. Honestly, my longest casual hookup was like almost a year and a half or some shit like that. You know, because eventually she had to get a man, and I was like, I get it. She's like, I got one now. We can't be doing this. Now, listen, do you have a good time? Enjoy your relationship. I'm not, hey, exit gracefully, let it go. But I say, yeah, a year, because you got to get take time to know this individual. And so, to some people, that sounds extreme. But really, behind all that, why I say a year is because there's gonna be the time where you guys are just seeing each other, sexually, and then there's times where okay, now I want to start going out and doing things, the boyfriend and girlfriend vibes and experiences and shit. And if you see things on a consistent basis, it helps you. It's like this. It makes sense and it's compatible with your life. Man, I keep trying. I almost be spilling with what my next my next lives are gonna be. But yeah, I say a year. I think 3 to 4 is too fast for me. I'd be like, whoa, you need to slow your rolls, girl. Chill. I don't be liking that shit. Let's put a pin in that for next time I join the live. I'm not excelling at multitasking right now. At which part, Diaja? The how long should a man know when to ask out? Yeah, I still say a year. I'm still saying a year. I get a lot of backlash from that, but I'm okay with that. I mean, we gotta take some time to get to know one another. But it's also worked out pretty well for those who have helped to assist. But too, a lot of men don't like to follow into that because they will want guidance on a relationship or how to go forward with a woman that they just met, but then do the complete opposite and get the same results. And these are men that I've coached, right? Because I mean, it's just some people just gonna do it. It's like they just want to feel good. Like that's what I keep saying. People want to feel like winner rather than doing winner shit. And not even saying I'm not even trying to say do a year to so you can suppress how you feel. You can suppress your emotions. All that. Oh, she is a good girl. Okay, that's cool, but take your time still. You don't need to rush something that's meant to still be there, and that will happen with time. They will show themselves. They will show how they want to be a part of your life and how you want to be a part of their life. And all that jazz. But listen, y'all. If you haven't hit the like button, hit the like button. My name is All Star Izzy. I'm about to be out of this thing in a second. A year is logical because people wear a mask. That's very true. You know what I'm saying? Hold on, we gotta get you out of here, my friend. Hey, have a good one. Have a good one. Hey, appreciate it. You got it. You got it to there before me. Hey, listen. I want to say shout out to everybody. It's your boy, All Star Izzy. The stars are out. Hey, I appreciate that though. Okay. Oh, excuse me. Hold on. Saying you want to get with her, essentially sweating her, but coming from a chill place and reading her signals back and all, versus a guy who just yeah, but that's not sweat. See, that's the thing. I don't think that's sweating though. I know what you're saying because that's like that's a slang term too. And when you say like sweating her, but no, I don't think that's sweating her. That's just going. That's just what you want. But it's a see now. There's now that if all right, it's like I want her, so I'm gonna go after her, just on some like let we keep it basic. I want her. I see what I want. I go after that. Boom. I talk it up. Conversate. Cool. She fucks with it. I fuck with it. We get it going. Bow. All right. To me, I see that as someone who just sees what knows what they want, goes for it, and they fuck with it. They both want the same thing. All right. Because you gotta, man. Attraction is so amazing, bro. Connection, attraction is so amazing. But if you're saying, but if in the sense of like, someone could be overly sweating to overly pressure too. You know what I'm saying? But I know what you're saying though. I just didn't like the wording of it. Just to get with her, essentially sweating her, who come from a chill place. Yeah, I mean that can happen if you like just chill. If you just cool with not chill like in a sense you lay back you like this, but just yeah you go after what you want. That's how I really see it. You just go after what you want versus the guy who is sweating women, and it's nothing more, nothing less. It just is what it is. But hey, listen, that's gonna be my time. I'm gonna talk to y'all soon. To shine within is to shine without. The stars are out. Authenticity is the new sexy. We're gonna be back again soon. I'm gonna see y'all. We out this thing. Peace.